Hello my friends, homemade slug traps. So somebody told me about this tip. When you use beer in your slug traps, they like the smell of the yeast. So I did an experiment last year where I bought yeast and dissolved it. I can't even remember what I dissolved it with now. I think it was just water. And put that in the traps. It didn't really work. I wasn't really invested in it, if I'm honest. So I thought if I do a film, I can share my experiences with you and we'll both learn something, whether this works or not. And this is what we're trying. Marmite. I know people have used this very successfully in the past on some of my gardening groups. So let's give it a go. Okay, my friend, so I've got a jug and I've got some Marmite. Now, I've sort of guessed that I'm going to need this whole jug full of water to fill all the traps that I've got. So I'm probably going to use half of this jar, if I can get it out. I hate Marmite. Ugh. I love Bovril, not Marmite. Ugh. So this is my mix of Marmite and water. That's all that's in there. So I'm going to try this dilution. I'd say probably is about half of the jar that I've used. I'm going to put about a third in each trap. I've also got this one. I don't even think I checked it last year to even see if it worked. So we're going to give that one a go as well, because that's got like a lid on it like that as well. So I'm going to half fill that one because it is a bit shallower, so I'll have to. I'm going to make sure they drown. I can tolerate most garden insects, except for red ants and slugs. Oh, and cabbage whites, if I'm growing cabbages. But this year I'm not. I lost that battle last year and I'm not going to put myself through that again. So here we are. About a third, I'd say. It's enough for them to drown. Gonna have to mix some more, aren't I? I'm just going to test this first to make sure it's going to be the right amount and measurements, because I'm not going to make the whole thing if the dilution is too much. So now what we do with these, we're going to bury them up to the soil line, and then the slug will be slugging it along and saying, "Ooh, what's that in there? That smells delicious." And then it go plunk and drown. As I say, I've got no time for slugs. People say they're useful. I don't care. They're going to die enjoying some tasty Marmite. So here you can see I have buried an old one there just so I can get the correct size to make sure it's deep enough, not too deep, and the soil has been pushed around the edges so it's not going to get soil in it when I put the actual trap that's baited in. So I'm going to go ahead and do the others, and we'll check in the morning, see if there's any success. So I've just got back from work. It's been probably 20 hours since I put them down. Number one problem is the dog drinking the solution. So you're going to have, if you've got dogs, you're going to have to put down some sort of deterrent or stones over the tops of the traps. So I'm going to have a look now what we've got. Another problem is getting the slugs out. So I'm quite lucky that I've got lots of things for the garden. So I have got a sieve that I use just for the garden and jugs that I use just for the garden. So I'm going to sieve it out. My dog, honestly, she's so naughty. So in this trap is the remains of what my dog has drunk. Say dog, it could be dogs, there's 3 of them. So it's safe to say that they are dead slugs. This is trap number 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 slugs in that one. So I'm going to put them in the hot bin. So in that one that they drank, there's 7 in there. And the next one. Oh my god, there's loads in there. Ugh. That's gross. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 in that one. And get the others. This is the last of these traps. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of 13. So it's safe to say that they work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, there's lots of baby ones as well. I'm going to go and get the other one because I'm not sure about that one. Right, this is the weird one. So it might be a bit... So it might be a mess to tip it out, but I'm going to try. There's actually a snail, 2 snails in that one. Whether they're dead snails or not. So with that one, there's 2 slugs and 2 snails. So I'm wondering whether I'm not putting enough in that and they're not drowning. So I'm going to set them up again and use the solution again, and tomorrow we'll have another look. I'm going to water this one down in here. This is going to be a bit more experimental with this one because I don't think it's deep enough unless it's brimming. So I'm going to put it in place first, then I'm going to fill it up rather than like put it down and it spills out and things like that. So I'm going to put them all down again and we'll do the same tomorrow. There's one more I forgot about. Ooh, definitely they work. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 in that one. Okay, this time I am going to do it in the square trap. I'm just going to put 1 teaspoon of Marmite and fill the rest up with water and see if that's going to be enough. Because we all want to save money, let's face it. So this is hot, so I'm just dissolving it. And then I'll just top it up with water. Because if it's only a teaspoon that you need, it's a lot more cost effective. And you don't want to be wasting your beer, do you? So this is the square trap, so I'm going to put this in place and then I'm going to put the solution in that when it's in place. And that's it in its place. Trying not to overflow it because I don't want to give them a free treat. I don't care about this one because it's in a raised bed, so it doesn't matter if it's loose on the top, not like the others. Stupid dogs.